Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to the Blackwell Epiphany. In the last episode, we managed to get Peter to the graveyard. However, that hasn't caused him to remember that he's dead. I'm pretty sure we need to get Maggie here. I think that will trigger him. I was actually thinking about this. Maggie refuses to talk about her dad. We need more information on him. And he was in the military, so maybe the police might have access to those databases.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Yeah, can you look anything up on Connor Fielding?
Is there anything in the system about a Connor Fielding? He died about 20 years ago.
Let's see. Our records from back then are a bit spotty, but can't hurt to check. No, nothing comes up, but it's a very common name. Is there anything specific you can tell me about him?
He was in the Army.
Oh, then there might be something in the Veterans Association records.
Aren't those public?
Not everything. But fortunately for you, I can access everything. Okay. Archived records. Connor Fielding. Ah, seriously?
What's wrong?
Idiots. They had no idea how to archive data back then. I can only look them up by service number. You don't know it, do you?
I do, actually. It's 070-234-541.
Well, that's handy. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Connor Fielding. Served in Vietnam from 1966 till 1969. Honorably discharged. Moved with his family to New York a few years later. Huh. That's interesting.
What?
It says here that the police were called to his apartment several times. Reports of raised voices. Possible domestic abuse. No charges were pressed, which is why it wasn't in our police records.
But it's in the military database?
Word gets around. Someone must have noted it in his VA file. Doesn't say much else.
Okay. That's interesting. Alrighty then. Yeah, I'm good.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
I wondered why Maggie seemed so upset that her brother had found his way. I don't think she was upset about that. If you remember, the gym was their father's. He opened it up originally and then Peter took over. And I think that maybe she's upset that our dad was abusive and you've kind of dedicated your life to his memory, something like that. Okay, let's knock knock.
Coming. Oh, sure, come on in.
Yeah, I'm sorry to do this, but I've got to rake up some old memories.
I learned a bit about your father.
You did?
The police were called several times to his house. No charges were made. It's not hard to read between the lines.
Huh. Well, I suppose you know everything now.
I don't, but I'm trying to.
Why? Why do you care so much? What does my father beating the crap out of my mother have to do with how Peter died?
I can't tell you. There's something bigger going on. I have my reasons. Oh. Again, I don't like going with this because it's just going to leave them with more questions than answers. And especially with Maggie, who's trying to get herself cleaned up and get on the straight and narrow. And she's clearly very upset over her brother's death. She said that she and Peter didn't speak for many years. I wonder if that is because he went to the gym. Not went to the gym, but you know, he worked with his dad in the gym. That was like the final straw and she cut ties. And she probably feels very guilty about that. I don't want to cause her unnecessary suffering. I didn't do this with Emil. I just kind of went with a half answer. I think with Maggie, I think I am going to tell her.
There's something bigger going on.
That doesn't matter. I can't take on anybody else's problems. I'm barely dealing with my own. I've been trying to forget this crap my whole life, and now I have a chance. I'm not going back to that. I'm sorry. I know you think you have good reasons, but I really need to be alone right now.
Listen.
Please, leave.
Okay.
You have such a way with people.
Are you still here?
Just
Oh.
leaving. Where are you going?
To visit my precious father. Not that it's any of your business. My neighbors are kind of twitchy. You'd better get out of here before someone calls the cops.
Oh, I was so worried that I'd screwed up then. Okay. Miss?
Maggie,
Huh?
Huh. I had a feeling you'd follow me here.
I didn't follow you. You got here after I did.
You're not gonna leave me alone, are you?
You know I try and help you whenever I can.
Not until I spill everything.
I've never pressured you to talk to me, Maggie, although God knows maybe I should have.
I'm sorry, but it's important.
Maybe it's because I'm out of that stuffy apartment. Maybe it's because when I'm here, I know he's really gone.
I know. I miss him too.
Talking about it. The fifth step. My sponsor said I didn't have to do them in order. Many people don't. I guess now is as good a time as any.
I'd like that, Maggie. I really would.
So, talk.
Tell me about your father.
It's not about him. Not really. It's all wrapped up with Peter. It's always Peter.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm feeling kind of guilty right now because obviously Peter is a unwitting spectator. He thinks he's involved, but he really isn't. He can't actually contribute to the conversation in any way. And my thought was that either Peter didn't care about the abuse, which everything that everyone has told us, Peter seemed like a decent person. If his mother was being beaten black and blue by their dad, he doesn't seem like the kind of person who'd be like, oh, well, she asked for it, the bitch. You know, if you get what I mean. Maybe he was a complete daddy's boy and that was the case, but I'm wondering if maybe they kept it hidden from him. He never knew, and that's why he went into business with the dad. And Maggie kind of resented that. Maybe, I don't know.
What did Peter do?
Nothing. Everything.
Maggie, what are you talking about?
He took over my dad's gym, made it successful. I hated him for it.
Wait, what? Don't you remember how miserable I was? Drifting from job to job, hating all of them. Running Dad's gym was something I was good at. I thought you'd be happy for me.
Didn't Peter have lots of jobs he hated before he started working at the gym? Couldn't you be happy for him?
Happy? Happy that he took my father's name and made it revered?
I don't see the problem here.
The people in the neighborhood love that gym. They come by and say what a nice old man Connor Fielding was, and what a shame he died, and how nice that his son took up his legacy. Legacy. A legacy of bruises and hiding in the dark.
Bruises? What are you talking about?
You always believed her when she said she was clumsy. It was like some horrible after-school special.
Maggie, you're not saying what I think you're saying.
You never knew, did you, Peter? So wrapped up in yourself. You never saw what he was doing.
Why didn't you ever tell me?
Mom hid it from both of us, and I was too scared to say anything. In the end, it was just easier to say nothing and hate you. And now it's too late. For what it's worth, I don't hate you anymore, Peter. But I need to get on with my life. Goodbye, brother.
Goodbye? What do you mean, goodbye?
Sorry, I should go.
Maggie, wait! Maggie! I never knew! I swear, I never knew! I just... don't understand. Huh? My God.
I'm sorry, Peter.
I remember. The ladder. It broke. Oh, man. I don't feel so good.
Right, we don't have a lot of time. Peter, I need you to grab a hold of this.
What the heck is that thing?
No time, just grab. Well, that was close.
Did it work?
Let's get back and find out.
Hey, we got him.
Hey, look who's here. Pete's safe and sound.
Safe as a dead guy can be, anyway.
Sorry, I know this is not exactly the reunion we expected after all this time. But you have no idea. I thought you were... Well, I explained that already.
So, Madeline, you got your spook. What have you learned?
It is interesting. This spirit is experiencing what would be considered nausea in a living person.
It figures. I've never had a stomach virus in my life until I died.
He is being pulled. There is the signature of another spirit at work.
A signature.
Yes, I can see it. It is faint, but I can see it. Only the power of this circle is stopping it from gaining a foothold. Unfortunately, it is too faint for me to see anything useful. And we dare not lower the circle. I need to examine another soul. One that is marked like this one.
And by another soul, you mean Heather, don't you?
Heather? Is she involved in this?
We all are, Pete. We all are.
This is all too much. First my sister, and now...
It won't be much longer. One way or the other, we'll finish this.
I really liked the, I don't exactly want to call it a confrontation between Maggie and Pete, but the discussion. I really liked that. The reason why she was mad at him was because he made the dad's gym a success, thereby making the dad revered in the community. I like that. I really like that. Can we talk to Peter?
Peter?
Oh, hi. Rosangela, was it?
Yeah, that's me.
Mike's been telling me about you. So you've been doing this a while, huh?
For about 4 years. These days, it's pretty much all we do.
I don't envy you, but I'm glad.
Okay, I'm glad he's alright. That must be such a shock to realise that your mum was never clumsy. She was being beaten up by your dad, and oh yeah, you're also dead. Oof. I like the, when his grave popped up on screen, it was very, Christmas Carol. You know, the, what is it? The Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come? Something like that. I like that. Okay, let's go sort things out with Heather. Now, something that I actually thought about when I was watching back the last episode, it's something that Maggie said. What would Tanya Corsi be doing at her brother's gym? You would expect her to be working out at a fancy spa. And this entire game has been about the Grace Group and the members of the Grace Group. And Tanya feels out of place. She does not fit here. Why is she here? And I don't want to say it's to pad out the game. The Blackwell series has been very good about not having unnecessary padding, and it feels a bit weird to me that right at the final hurdle they'd be like, and here's some random ghost that is in no way connected to the overall mystery, it's just there to give the player something to do. That makes no sense to me. Here's the thing, what would make sense is Tanya Corsi going to Peter's gym because Peter is an old friend. Because she went to the Grace Group. Because she's Heather Goffstein. However, if that is the case, why do we have two ghosts? My gut says that Heather and Tanya are the same person. That would make sense from a storytelling perspective. However, The rules of this world say when someone dies, there's a ghost. And if they're the same person, why do we have two ghosts? That doesn't make sense. Oh, I don't know. Have we tried to oogle Tanya Corsi? Corsi.
Tanya was the host of the Good Morning Show. I remember hearing that they got a new host, but I didn't know this was the reason. Channel 11. I think their head office is in Penn Plaza. Can't hurt to ask around.
Okay. City Post obituary. It is with tremendous sadness that we announce the passing of Tanya Corsi after a tragic accident. Most only knew her as the charming and bubbly host of the Channel 11 Good Morning Show, but those who worked closely with her know her as the razor-sharp intellect who paid her dues and became one of the best-loved media personalities in the world. She will be deeply, deeply missed. Okay. Let's go ask around at her work. Heather, the newsroom, there we go. Ooh. Let's have a look.
The local news is airing. They're talking about the weather. Again.
Of course they are.
It's pretty empty here tonight. I guess the weather even affects the media. Looks like he's got a bunch of news wire reports open. Oh, and Minesweeper.
Hey, if it's a slow day, you might as well.
He looks pretty hard at work.
Hopefully he won't mind us having a chat.
Excuse me. Hi, I'm Rosangela Blackwell. Do you work here?
Certainly do. Jim Peebles, senior producer. How can I help you?
Jay. I know about Heather, Jay.
So what do you do here?
I'm the head producer for the Good Morning Show with Kathy Carden.
Isn't that Tanya Corsi's old show?
Yes, it is.
It's pretty empty here tonight.
Well, look outside. The weather's horrible and almost everybody commutes to work. Nobody can get in, so we're running on a skeleton crew.
Did you work here when Tanya was alive?
Yes. Why do you ask?
I'm looking into her death.
Wasn't it an accident?
That's why I'm looking into it, just to be sure.
Huh. Well, all right.
I find that bizarre. If someone came into where I worked and was like, I want to know about your co-worker's death, I'd be like, can I see some ID? Are you with the police? Are you a private investigator hired by her family? What's going on? Also, Rosa, how did you manage to get into the building? This is a TV station. They'd have security and stuff. Don't question it. It's fine.
There's the self-help circle that held meetings a long time ago. It was called the Grace Group. Ever hear of it?
Sorry, no.
Do you know a priest by the name of Michael Cooper?
I'm afraid I haven't been to church in a long time.
What can you tell me about Tanya?
I liked her. Some anchors think they're the be-all and end-all, but not her. She knew we were all in this together and worked well with all of us. That's how you make a news show. Everyone needs to help each other.
Okay.
Have you ever heard the name Benjiro?
Benjiro? No, I'm afraid I haven't.
A note was found in Tanya's apartment. It was signed J.
And?
And your name begins with J. Did you write it?
Seriously?
You're in journalism. You know that any lead is worth following.
Well, sorry, I didn't write any note to Tanya. Not that I remember.
Do you know a madam who calls herself Ray?
That's not really the kind of thing our show reports on, so I can't really help you. Sorry.
And that wasn't an answer. Do you know anyone by the name of this? That's not the type of thing our show reports on. You didn't say if you did or didn't know her.
I'm not asking about all the names on this list one by one. We'll be here all night.
Okay, fair dues.
Can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Well, what you see is what you get. I started working at a copywriter's desk about 30 years ago. Worked my way up to producer. Been here ever since.
Well, thanks for your time, Mr. Peebles. I might be back later.
Sure thing. I'm not going anywhere.
I do not trust this guy. He is sketch. I know sketch when I see it.
A James Peebles is listed as being a client of Ray's, and the girl he saw was Heather Goffstein.
Well, this just got juicy.
Jim. Jim, don't lie to me, Jim.
Hi, Mr. Peebles?
Hello. Rosangela, was it? What can I do for you?
Jim, I know everything.
Sorry?
I know who Heather is and what she did for a living. I also know that you procured her services. There was a note in Tanya's apartment that said, "I know about Heather." It was signed J.
That could have been anybody.
Do you really expect me to believe that now?
No, I don't.
Tell me about your involvement with Heather.
God, it was over 25 years ago. Working the late shift, sleeping during the day. Who has time for a social life? So, yes, I found other ways to meet my needs. Heather was one of them. I'm not proud of it, but I make no excuses for it either.
You said it was 25 years ago, so you stopped seeing her.
She quit the business. I didn't know what happened to her until she walked in that door. The new face of Good Morning. Tanya Corsi.
Tanya?
Yeah, the name was different. The hair was different. The whole attitude was different. But I knew.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight.
Fucking called it, yes! There was that huge gap. Heather quit working for Ray ages ago, and then there's nothing. And then we have this other ghost. I still don't understand why we've got two ghosts, but Heather and Tanya are the same person. Heather and Tanya, they are the same person. Heather and Tanya are one and the same. Why do we have three options for exactly the same thing?
Heather and Tanya are the same person?
You didn't know? Isn't that what all this is about? She reinvented herself, changed her looks, got a gig as a weather girl, worked her way up to this newsroom, worked here for years, and never knew who I was until I told her.
Until you blackmailed her, you mean?
Look, 30 years I've been here, and I haven't moved from this damn desk. I saw an opportunity, and I took it. So, I wrote her that note. I threatened to expose her past. I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect her to go home and for that to happen. They said she fell in the shower because she was drunk, but she was only drunk because of me. So what now?
You're a bastard, is what you are. This young lady who was in a tough situation, got her life back on track, worked her way up. It wasn't... I was gonna say, if Tanya recognized him and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a bitch to you because you used to be one of my clients," then I'd say fair dues, but she didn't even recognize the guy. She had no idea who he was, and he... Oh, you arsehole. You colossal arsehole. Fuck that. Fuck the middle one. I'ma make him sweat.
I'm going to have to tell the police.
I knew it would happen somehow or another. Do what you must.
You're not really gonna snitch on the guy, are you?
I don't see the point.
Neither do I. It's not like he actually did anything aside from make a few bad choices. Let's get going.
What a... He's a hoe. He is a complete and utter hoe. Where do we go from here? I guess we go confront Tanya.
So what exactly happened? Tanya, Heather, whoever, she split? She killed off her past so thoroughly that it became its own ghost?
I suppose so.
I didn't know ghosts could do that.
What? You read the rule book? Because I sure haven't. If we got a split spook on our hands, we gotta put him back together.
Okay. Okay, that kind of makes sense. I can get behind that. I really wish we could go grass that guy up to the police. Oh, what gets me is that she didn't even recognize him. She didn't even realize that he was one of her ex-clients, and she was nice to him. She treated him well. I mean, he himself said that, oh, some news anchors think they're above us, but not Tanya. So she treated him nicely, and his response was, well, I'm going to rake up your past, and I'm going to get you into such a state where you decide to take some whiskey and Valium, because that's a smart decision. Oh, what a hoe.
Hi there.
Hello again, mister. What brings you by?
Listen, Tanya, I know who you are.
We've already covered this, haven't we?
No, I mean who you really are. You're Heather Goffstein, or at least you were.
I told you, I don't know any Heather.
Tanya.
I don't know any Heather because Heather is gone. Heather is dead. She doesn't exist anymore. She can't.
I'm sorry, Tanya, but she does.
What do you want? Money? A promotion? Like Jim?
No, I just want you to come with me. There's someone you need to meet.
I don't have a choice, do I? Fine, lead on. But remember this, Peter didn't just teach me how to do Pilates. Take me anywhere funny, and you'll be looking at a broken nose.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, Tanya, girl, I love you. Tanya, you are badass.
Why are we going out
Never
there?
change.
Just trust me.
Trust you. That's rich. You. I saw you on the roof earlier. Are you in league with this man?
Kind of?
2 blackmailers instead of 1. This is just great.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm not trying to blackmail you, love.
Where the hell are you taking me?
Just follow us, okay?
Can I at least call my car service?
I don't think that's possible.
What do you mean?
She means that they'd never come in this weather. It's better to walk. Come on.
Oh, I love Joey smoothing things over with his quick wit.
Where are we going?
It's just up this way.
Wait. I know this building. I used to live here, back when I was... Why did you bring me here? Whatever you brought me here for, get on with it.
Well, she is right through this way, miss.
Tanya, there's someone you need to meet.
There's nobody here I want to see, I assure you.
Even still, I just need you to follow me. Then we can forget about this whole thing.
Fine.
Hey, Heather?
Hey, who's your friend?
What is this? Who are you? Answer me.
Heather Goffstein? Who are you?
No. No. This is insane. I'm going insane.
Sorry?
You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't exist.
What's your problem?
My problem? My problem is that I hate you.
Hate me? You don't even know me.
I destroyed you. I got rid of your name. I got rid of your hair. I would have gotten rid of your face if I could have afforded it.
You can't get rid of me that easily.
No kidding. For 20 years, I was free of you. And now you come breezing back.
Breezing back? From where?
First Jim wanted a promotion, and now this idiot here wants... I don't know what!
Hey, leave me out of this. Maybe I should just leave. We don't want anything, madam.
I don't want anything.
That's bull.
Huh?
You be quiet.
Hey!
Stop that!
Look at each other. You're the same person, give or take 20 years.
I don't understand.
I don't think I want to.
Tanya, what happened when you got Jim's note?
What note?
It's too late to deny it.
Nothing happened. I just wanted to forget.
Forget what?
Forget you. Forget this whole life I left behind.
Why? Why are you so ashamed of me? All this life, it's a part of who you were, who you become.
Will I ever be free of you?
Do you really want to be? I'm not a bad person. I'm just kinda lost. I know we'll find my way eventually. Isn't that the important thing? Well, isn't it?
Look at you. I really was beautiful once.
You're really beautiful now.
Damn straight. Wow.
You okay?
Okay. I haven't felt this good in years. It's like an espresso and a colonic all at once. Speaking of which, you can take your blackmail threat and shove it. And I'm gonna tell Jim the same thing. Maybe it'll end my career, or maybe it'll give me a book deal. Either way, I'm tired of hiding.
Tanya, listen.
No, I'm not Tanya anymore. Tanya died. She
what?
We...
Oh, I'm sorry,
took
love.
3 Valium with a vodka chaser. That's all I remember. You're not really a blackmailer, are you?
No, I'm not.
I'm dead?
I'm sorry.
If I'm dead, why do I feel sick to my stomach?
Listen, there's no time to explain. Just grab a hold of this.
What?
Just do it. That was interesting.
Did it work?
Only one way to find out.
This is all just so unbelievable.
You're taking it much better than I did. Can't you feel it? Like something is trying to pull you apart.
I've been pushed and pulled too often this evening for me to notice.
Madeline, have you had time to examine them?
I think... yes.
Madeline?
Yes, apologies. I believe I have all the information I need.
Huh?
No!
Ooh, I really don't feel so good.
This can't be right. Michael, what's going on?
Madeline!
Apologies, my host.
Madeline, what just happened?
That felt quite pleasant.
Madeline? Madeline? Hey!
You, Malone, stay back. You as well, Blackwell. I have absorbed enough energy to burn that precious body of yours to a cinder.
Why? Why do this?
Have you ever heard of the concept, the journey of the soul?
What?
It is said that every soul has a predestined fate or destiny, and the goal of every soul is to find it. But it is also said that the joy comes from the journey, not the destination. Have you ever wondered where you would be now without the grace group? Without the epiphanies that were pushed into your brains as if by magic? Maybe you would have all found your way, maybe not. But you skipped the journey, went right to the destination. It made your souls happy for certain, but it also made them weak, pliable, controllable by someone like me. And now, if you'll excuse me, I am still very hungry. No!
Oh my god! I have so many thoughts! I'm out of time for this episode! No! You can't do this to me now! Oh! What I was gonna say is that I loved how much of a badass Tanya was. I loved that I used to be so beautiful. You're still beautiful now. Damn straight. That such feels. This whole thing, I never trusted Madeline. From the moment I saw her, she was too coy. Vindication. Okay. I hope we can ask both of these.
You. This whole time it was you?
Indirectly. I knew these souls existed, I just needed to collect them. I could not collect my host until last, because my existence here was tied to him. As for Fielding and Goffstein, they were sleeping spirits. They needed to be awakened, something only you could do. So, thank you for that.
Aw, you hoe! Don't thank me!
What the hell are you doing this for? I pulled you out of the dark. You were free. Why mess that up?
Free. You, of all souls, tell me that I'm free. I am dead. For centuries, I have been dead. I was a good spirit guide. I did my duty. And yet, did I ever move on? Did I receive any reward? No. I was passed on from host to host, saving spirit after spirit. It became tiresome. Then my last host banished me. I remained there, in the void, alone, forgotten by the universe, until you brought me out.
Yeah, well, we all make mistakes.
but I was still not free. To fully free myself, I needed power, energy. These souls, these poor, misguided souls, were the nearest source I could find.
Collect? What do you mean by that?
Perhaps that word is not sufficient. Possibly consume, ingest, absorb. I took their energy as part of my own.
And what do you need energy for? What on earth could be worth all this?
Allow me to demonstrate.
Hey!
Oh!
What the hell are you doing? Ah!
Oh! Oh!
Red, you okay? Come on, darling, say something.
Interesting. I wondered if I would have to relearn how to breathe or walk, but it all comes
Madeline.
quite naturally, like putting on a tailored glove.
Madeline, also, there was a question I didn't get to ask. I assumed I'd get to ask all of them. What was it? You need to fix it. I presume she would have just said something along the lines of, lol, no. Oh!
Madeline.
Hello, Malone. Seeing you with these eyes is different. Of course, it might be these spectacles, cumbersome things.
I'll show you cumbersome. How about a punch in the face?
Malone, there is no need for this hostility.
No need. You lied to us from day one.
I apologize for the ruse. I admit I have not been completely forthcoming.
No kidding.
Come now, Malone. Nothing has changed. I won't shirk the duty. I have no choice. We will continue to save lost souls. Performing it from this end could be refreshing.
I love what Rosa's voice actress is doing. She's really got the intonation of Madeline down to like a T. I'm horrified at what is going on, but I'm loving it. I need to pause. I need to pause. Game.
I'm gonna fix this.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
Red, fight her. Whatever she's doing, fight her.
She cannot. If her predecessors could not win against me, then she has no hope. Not with the power I now possess.
Predecessors? What are you talking about?
This is not the first time I have attempted this. In the void, I could only reach certain minds, the minds of other bestowers.
Other bestowers? You mean...
The other Blackwell women, yes. But I was too weak, and so were they. I could only control their minds for a few minutes before they broke.
Broke?
I did not expect that would happen, but some good did come of it. I eventually learned the proper approach, and finally I have succeeded.
You're insane. I mean it, Madeline, a stark, raving lunatic. Do you have any idea what you've done?
You dare condemn me, little ghost? Allow a few centuries to pass. Wait until you've been left abandoned in the dark, adrift, terrified. Then you can pass judgment. But until then, I must get to the business of living.
Stay here. We're not done talking.
I think she is.
I said stay here. Ah!
Oh!
Hey!
We have to follow. We have no choice. Oh, god damn. Oi!
Cut that out.
Do try and keep up.
Hey, Maddie.
Yes, Malone.
I need to ask these questions. God, I am so over time for this episode, but so much is happening.
Now what?
I will simply live. I will grow old and I will die, like any other soul. And when that happens, perhaps I will move on as intended. It is a slim hope, but after centuries of existence, it is the best I have.
Here's the thing. I get why she's doing this. She just wants to die. That's all she wants, and the universe is preventing that. I get her motivation. I get why she's doing this. I don't like it.
You killed Lauren and Patricia.
I did not. I admit, their mind's rejection of me had unintentional consequences, but there was no malice intended.
Well, that's just Jake, as long as there was no malice.
Oh!
Maybe you didn't mean to kill Lauren and Patricia, but you did kill George Austin.
As a spirit, I hardly think so.
Bull, you're the only one with any motive. I don't know how, but it was you.
Poor Cooper. A weakened soul is such a sad thing. And his mind was so easily controlled. Why, in such a state, he could be told to do anything. Anything at all. And he would do it, with no memory of it. Well, perhaps some residual guilt remained. He has gotten quite agitated since it happened. Fortunately, that is no longer relevant.
I would put money on Peter and Tanya / Heather's death being accidents. He fell off a ladder, she got high and drunk and slipped in the shower. But the car crash of, I can't remember his name, it might have been Jonathan? The Wall Street guy who took up dog walking, he was killed in a hit and run, or at least he was badly injured and he later died in hospital. Kendra got shot, presumably while she was walking with Leah, and then George Austin was shot. I would put money on Michael Cooper indirectly being responsible for those 3 deaths. She outright confirmed it with George. It makes sense that she would, also have told him, hey, get behind the wheel of a car and smash into that guy. Hey, take the gun and shoot that lady. Oh, fuck, you missed.
I'm gonna fix this, one way or another.
You honestly believe that?
This might seem strange to you, but yeah. I've always known I was here for a reason. And maybe this is it. To fix what spooks like you screw up.
That is amusing.
Amusing?
Yes. You honestly don't know. No. No, of course you don't.
Of course I don't know what.
You think you are so special? You think you were... what? Chosen? You were nothing important, Malone. You were merely the last.
The last what?
The last spirit we saved, before I was banished. I could not continue the duty, so it was passed on to you.
Called it! I called it! Yes! There have to be so many bestowers in the world, and when Jocelyn gave up the duty, Joey was picked to go to the Blackwell one because he was the last soul they saved. Aha!
What the hell do you mean I was the last spirit you saved?
Honestly, did you think you were different from any other lost soul? The confusion, the fear they all felt, that you felt. It is no wonder you have forgotten.
Doesn't matter. That was then. This is now. And right now, I plan on fixing this. Why are you pacing around?
No reason. I am just enjoying the sensation. It has been a long time since I have felt snow on my face.
That's not your face.
True, I suppose, but no matter. I'm still enjoying it.
You can't go any further, can you?
Whatever do you mean?
You're stuck. You're tied to Michael. Trying to escape it is like hitting a brick wall.
It is a temporary setback, nothing more.
What are you gonna do, lug Michael's body around in a wheelbarrow? I'd like to see that.
Don't be absurd. You know as well as I do. I am bound to his corporeal form for a few days. After that, I will be free.
Ha! Some master plan. All this planning, all this death, and you can't even cross the street.
Only for a day or two. I can wait. I have infinite patience.
Yeah, but does your stomach? You're gonna get hungry.
Any problem has a solution.
What about going to the bathroom? Red drank a lot of coffee.
Perhaps burning Michael's body to ashes, or some kind of cleansing ritual.
Here's an idea. Take a powder. Just leave us the hell alone.
Will you let me think?
I can't wait for the cops to show up. A dead priest and you just around the corner? Bet you never expected to come back to life only to spend it in jail.
Will you be quiet? Honestly, why you haven't driven your host completely mad is beyond me.
Okay, and hopefully the game will let me pause here. In the next episode, we need to figure this shit out. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below. And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.